Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay. Just looking for the video. Yep. Not like Friday when I was looking for the video and I actually hadn't yeah, I hadn't done the second. You've got to click twice. Oh yeah, I'm just tagging this and then putting it in the guide. Sort of we're on week 3. Lucky I can touch type. Hello Janice, how are you? And I'm just going to refresh YouTube down here so I can see it. Let's X out of there. X. Click the X. And then I haven't done the second. You've got to click twice. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Hello Debbie. Hello Janice. How are you? Debbie, you are on the front page. Oh, and Helen is too. Hello, Helen. So the comments you made, I have put them on the front page of the website. Hello, Di. Di is over on YouTube. I did that this morning. Yes, so if you left a comment, it was meant to be that you clicked on the picture and you went to Google and left a review, but apparently if you've left a review in so long, you can't leave another one. So I have put them on the website. If you want me to take it down, I can take down yours. It just has your first name and the city you live in. So yeah, I have got that on there. So let's put all our bits and pieces in here that are loose. And we're using beautiful creatures this week. So there's only vellum, rice paper, and colour cuts and some titles only that go with beautiful creatures. Let's move this stringy stuff out of the way. So look at this. We have got, well, I don't know where that went. It disappeared. Oh, there's a piece of paper. But yeah, so there's a fair bit in here. Can anyone guess what some of these creatures are? Where they're from? I'm not actually allowed to say. It's copyright. But it's for you to visualise where you think these magical creatures are from. But I can't say where I was inspired from. But they're all magical. All creatures are magical, aren't they? All animals are magical. Right. Okay. Oh, Quentin just shared it, the video, into the live notification group. I forgot to do that. Oopsie. It's not usually my job to do that in any case. So, just collecting up all the little bits. We've got lots of little black stars. I don't think we'll use them on our, or maybe we might use them on our card. We're going to make a card this morning because it's card making class. Interesting concept. How many we have watching last week's card making class? 11, 12, maybe 16 at the most. It has gone to 152 people have watched part of that video, some part of that video. Maybe not all of it, but 152 different people have watched some part of last Tuesday's card making class. That's interesting, isn't it? I thought that was an interesting statistic. I accidentally clicked on it on Friday when I was doing something else in the group and came up with the statistic as of then, and I thought, oh, I'm going to do that on Tuesday morning and see how many there are, and it's not coming off. So there we go. Now I better say hello to everybody, even though you're not meant to do that. But you know what? I'll do whatever I like. Hello, Leanne. Oh, Leanne, you remind me. Did you get the email last night or yesterday? Because I might need to get you, Leanne, to go to the online store and sign up for the emails, because you had 2 emails at one stage and one of them wasn't correct. And what has happened is, now that I've merged your 2 emails, it keeps telling me that I can't send to you because it bounced before, but it's because I merged the 2. I've got the right email now, but I can't get rid of that thing so I need, if you could go to the front of the online store and sign up, it won't send you a 10% off voucher because you're already on the list, but it will actually fix that little issue, as long as you want to get emails from us. If you don't want to get emails from us, don't. Just tell me and I'll unsubscribe you. Hello, Marie. How are you? They are super cute, aren't they? No, it's just a dragon, but it could be. It could be a Pokemon one, but it's just a dragon. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, Mary. Hello, Pam. I'll write to you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. So while you're here, if you have got an Instagram request from someone that looks like me, and their name on Instagram, like their handle is, so mine is just Alicia Redshaw. No dots, no spaces. Theirs is Alicia.Redshaw. It's a new Instagram account, so we'll have new on it. And it's a picture of Naomi and I, but it's different to my original one. Where they've come unstuck the person that's copied my account. It's someone that's trying to get access to my customers. So my Instagram account personal one isn't huge, but it does have a lot of people in the paper craft industry on it. It has a lot of people on there following me. Not millions, but because I'm not huge or anything, I'm not a big celebrity, but it has my core creative family following me on there. So they're just trying to get access to the people that follow me, probably to try and sell you something, or who knows what. Or they're probably doing it to try and hurt me. They're probably going to start doing malicious stuff in my name. And so I have reported them to Instagram. My business has reported to Instagram, and a couple of you have reported them. So it's not Alicia Redshaw, it's Alicia.Redshaw. It's a private account. Mine is an open account, so you can see my posts before you follow me on Instagram. This one is a private account, and that is so that I can't see what they're doing in there. That is malicious in my name. So, yeah, just be warned. If you could report them to Instagram as being an account that is pretending to be someone else, and then block them, that would be a really good idea, so that they can't contact you anymore if they do this to someone else. So if they change the name again, because by the look of it, they've possibly had another name, if they change the name, they might come back and friend you again. But if you block them, then they can't come back to you again. So, that's good, Marie. Don't have Instagram. Awesome. That is so bad. They should just get a life. They should. It's not a bot or hackers. It's not someone that's got a lot of tech, because they actually have a link to my personal blog on there, and it actually goes to my blog. So, yeah, it's really interesting. But the thing that stumped them is that the photograph of Naomi and I that I have used on there, I actually haven't posted it onto Instagram in a discussion or a story or anything like that, or as a post. It's actually a separate picture I've put on there as my profile picture. It's not actually on there, so they've had to actually find one in my Instagram to copy. interesting concept, that. So, yeah. So we've got 2 bits of this. So obviously the intention is to use this. We've got some of this. I think it's for the green. I make the kits so far in advance, and now we're committing to making the kits even earlier. We're going to attempt to make the kits even earlier. It's going to be really interesting because I'm going to have no clue why I did things. Yeah. And I designed the kits quite well in advance. So let's use the word magical, obviously. And how long is that? I should know. 4 inches. So yeah. Hello Raquel, how are you? Okay. So what do we want to put on this? Foggy. We all know which lady this is. Do you all know which lady this is? And these 2 represent the one thing, but it's meant to be that face on that. Yeah. Maybe a little mouse. And let's go for, these are from a completely different, yeah. If you're talking to me on the phone, I'll be able to tell you. I'll be able to tell you on the video. Maybe. So I think we should use a bit of this one in the middle. You know, just hack a hole in the middle of a page. And then let's use a bit of, this looks sort of magically, doesn't it? This looks magic. This one, use a bit of it. Let's put a piece of this aside so we've got something full to do our page tomorrow night. Otherwise, we're going to be sticking things together to make a page. Yep, wouldn't be the first time or the last. So let's cut these 2 bits out. So I'm going to cut along the edge. Yeah, very close. Let's just cut the whole way across. And then let's make that piece. Let's make it like 4 inches wide. Let's see if we can get a 4x4 out of this. Oh, it's not going to be 4x4. The kid still hasn't cleaned hot pink paint off mine. So mine is going to be like 1 millimeter short. So I'm just going to make the whole thing like a square. It's like 1 millimeter short. That's good, Raquel. I'm glad. They are very cute. I love the owl. It's my spirit animal, Jacqueline. And your spirit flower is hibiscus. I'm pretty sure. What's it go to? Oh, I know. So we don't have flooding here, but we're sick of it. I think this is like day 6 or maybe day 7 of rain. We'd like to see the sun occasionally. It is just yucky. It's too cold to swim. The pool is, the pool's going to need some major work after this. I don't think there's any salt or chlorine left in the damn thing. The backyard's just like a sponge. The chickens have had enough. And yeah, frangipani. My mum's favourite was hibiscus. Oh, there you go. I knew it was a tropical flower. But yeah, we've had enough, but we're not flooding. So really, thoughts do go out to everyone that is in a flood zone. We are very lucky here. We are really, really lucky. We've had 6, maybe 7 days of rain, and it's not as bad as it could be. Okay, so we've got these 2 pieces. And I don't know if we're going to use this in that size or we're going to cut it down. We might cut it down a little. Let's make... So let's cut a 6-inch by 12-inch piece of the black. Let's make a black card base. So I've got a smooth black and I've got a 6-inch by 12-inch piece. Very hot and dry here at the moment. Yeah, I'm sick of the wet. Today is going to be a stinker, 38 here today. Hibernating, then tomorrow rain and 21. Yeah. It's a bit humid here. So manufacturing is on the go slow. We're just making just barely what we can, because all we're making is pulp. It's damaging our mats. A lot of things can't be packaged because it's humid. We are in air conditioning at the shop, but still got to be careful and mindful. Right, so this was... So we're going to put a little tiny bit of black around that. Let's do that later. Let's come along with something sparkly. I think we put the yellow on here. This could end up looking like a dog's dinner, this card. So let's cut a 5 3/4 inch. This is paper number 4 from Dreamland. Let's cut a 5 3/4. So I've cut halfway through, and then I'm just gonna turn it to cut 5 3/4. If I can get the action. So I've cut beyond that so that I can have this bit hanging over here. I think a lot of the devastation is like west of where Jacqueline is. There's a lot. Got my saying. So 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Put that there. Ooh. And if we put our magical across here, see, I think we're going to have to work at this. This is looking a bit dog's dinnerish. It's a bit busy. See, it's a little bit busy right now. Okay. And then we want to add this. So let's get our black piece. We're going to cut lots of stuff. 40. Holy dooly, Pam. Weren't you told you weren't having morning tea while I was teaching a class? Or are you getting a yogurt? Okay, you can grab a yogurt. That's good. So we're going to cut a 4 1/8 by 4 1/8 piece. Inches, always inches around here.
The other two told me to convince Mum to get a hot cross bun.
No, not to convince Mum during class. You weren't to ask Mum to get up and make your morning tea while we were in a class. Oh.
I didn't know what they meant.
You didn't know what they meant.
Because I heard them say something together, but I didn't know what it was because I couldn't remember.
Because you weren't listening.
And I didn't know what they were meaning.
Oh, didn't you?
I've never heard it said before.
Okay, so let's go back to this piece. And from this bottom bit here, so from this bottom piece, let's cut. Let's first cut a piece that's like 3 inches wide. So we've cut a piece that's 3 inches wide. And then we're gonna just cut it up so we've got a 6-inch piece out of the middle. We want a 6-inch piece that's lots of the light bits in the middle, and then we're going to tear a little tiny bit off the 2 long sides. And thank you to Sherry and Cherie and Diane for bringing that Instagram thing to my attention this morning. So if you watch 3 of the shop's reels on Instagram, you will get asked if you want to follow the shop, but not me. So let's just pop that in there. See, that's not bad. And then so let's cut this in half. Now, we made it just short of 4 inches, so there's no shame in folding it. It's not. Making a little crease and then cutting that in half. And then let's look. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. So then what we could do is we could put that like that. And then sort of join it like that. Well, that's not too bad. It doesn't look completely heinous. Like that. And when we join it, if it's only a tiny bit, you really can't see the join. What do we think of that? Because I've sort of joined it where the 2 tones are. See, I've got where the 2 tones are sort of really similar. So it's really similar in tone. So you don't really... So you couldn't join it like that because they're sort of different. You couldn't join it like that because they're different tones. But if you try and find 2 ends where it's sort of a similar tone... Oh, golly gosh. That's the home phone. Yeah. Quentin and Naomi and that, if you're watching, you need to ring the grandmothers. Oh, don't need. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hopefully Dad and Noah and Naomi ring the grandmothers.
Good. Why?
Because that'll be who it is. It's one of the grandmas. It'll be either Nana or Grandma or Mama that's ringing. That's all that's going to ring on the house phone. Won't be Uncle Stan because he knows not to ring. He's the only 3 people ring our home phone. The grandparents up the street, so Nana and Jim, my mum, his Mama, and Uncle Stan and Auntie Grandma. And they're probably at the shop right now in any case. So see how, you know, we've got the green, it's reflecting the frog, and then we've got the yellow is in the cat's eyes and the owl's eyes. So, but I think in the background we might need, I was thinking maybe we put a piece of white in the background and we sort of, we put colour on it, like we inkify it with, but I don't think we need it now. You think it's magical enough?
I like the kitty cat.
You like the cat, do you? Let's get some gold string.
Ooh, gold string.
I think we need one more animal.
Oh, a little dragon.
You reckon a little dragon? I think the dragon's a little small.
No, that covers the cat. A unicorn on the bottom.
Like that.
That covers the house. So. Oh yeah, you haven't stuck anything on.
No, I haven't stuck anything on yet.
Oh yeah. A medium dragon. A dog.
A little fox.
Yeah.
A little fox. I'm going to say they're crystal foxes.
Crystal fox.
Yeah. So you've got to work out where crystal foxes are from.
No,
you can't say. We're not allowed to say.
I'm thinking.
So I'm going to pull, and what you need to do with this is be really careful. I'm pulling a strand of gold. I'm going to show you.
How are you doing that? I wouldn't like my string to get curly.
So if you've got something to say about the shop, like something nice to say, or even if it's not nice, and you would like to see it, you're happy to see it as a testimonial, we're going to put another row of those, what's on the front cover. Oh, I like that. What's on the front cover of the online store. So it's got 10 people and what they think. Some have written more than others. It's just got their first names and their place they live. And if you would like your place where you live like adjusted to like North Brisbane or Strathpine region or, you know, Queensland or just your state.
Mum,
we
how
can
do
do
you
that.
stick the string on?
Oh, we're going to trap it. So I've got 3 of them. So you've got to be very careful. You can't just pull it all out in one thing. It's now that's very discombobulated, but
Yeah.
rightio. What do we think? Do we think we need a tiny bit of white?
We've already got 3 white things.
Yeah, I know, but I think I might need a little tiny bit of white. Like, it just needs the tiniest slither.
A tiny slither.
Just a slither of white.
Oh, yeah, the background. And how big is that?
Well, I don't know yet. Just the tiniest slither there, and then behind, and then just the tiniest slither in here. I think so. I think it needs it.
Mum, I think this screen's going faster than that screen.
All 3 screens are going at different speeds.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got 3 things. I've got an iPad here,
A laptop
iPad,
and a big
and then I've got a laptop, and then there's it's not a big laptop. It's just a screen attached to the laptop.
Ah.
And that's because I can't see very well, so I use the big screen for things like designing paper and product, which I've got to do a lot of designing product today, haven't I, for next week?
Yep.
So, yeah, it's a pretty basic setup, but my laptop's not as small a screen as Naomi's and Quentin's, but it's not a big screen either.
It's not big.
Oh, look, there's another seat.
That's
So you could go and watch ABC Kids, hey?
I'm watching you. It's entertaining.
Oh. Really?
Do I have to leave?
Yeah, you can come back later
Oh, yay.
and see my progress. I love you.
Then I can convince you for a hot cross bun.
Yeah. So when Quentin got to work last night, they gave him a packet of hot cross buns. They gave everyone on shift last night a packet of hot cross buns. Obviously, they had excess hot cross buns at Coles and Gladstone. So they're not gluten-free. So, yes, she wants hot cross buns. So our yellow piece is 5 3/4. So let's do a... Let's do a 5 3/4 by... Oh, no, let's... I want black around the edge. Let's do a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 of yellow, of white. Oh, bugger me. And let's do another piece, because I've just worked out we've got to do something else. And let's come an 1/8 short of that and do a 5 5/8. So that's halfway between 5 1/2 and 5 3/4. Now, don't forget, up in the pinned at the top in this group, there is the measurement guide. And you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to put that measurement guide. So 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. And then we're going to get our yellow back again. And we're going to cut a 5 5/8 by 5 5/8 piece of it. I'm going to put that measurement guide in every month's classes. So a 5 5/8. So it's halfway between 5 1/2 and 5 3/4 by 5 5/8 of yellow. Trust me. Maybe you don't trust me. I kind of don't blame you. So yeah, in each month, we'll probably put that guide in because I think that guide's going to be like a bit of a handy thing. I think it's going to be super handy. Okay, so that. Let's get some tape. So let's take our 2 pieces of white, one slightly bigger than the other, and 2 pieces of yellow. Right, so let's match them up. So the bigger yellow goes with the smaller white. Let's pop that over here. And the smaller yellow goes with the bigger white. Right. So these 2 are going to go on the inside of the card. So we'll decorate the inside of the card. Because it's a black card, we need to have something to write on, unless we're definitely going to use like a white juice up pen. But let's just decorate the inside of the card. So we've got the bigger piece of white, which is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and a smaller piece of yellow, which is 5 5/8 by 5 5/8. That's a tongue twister. So the white piece, we're going to cut the middle out of. So we need to alleviate the weight. We've got a lot going on this card. We need to get the weight down. And this piece of white out of the middle here is going to give us a little mat over here to make that pop. Right, so let's stick those 2 together while we've got them. So I find that when I've got things that could be confusing, like I've got here, is that I actually stick them together, and then I find that I'm less likely to get myself into a disaster zone. I'm more likely to have the outcome I want when I stick the pieces together, when I've got 2 things that are almost identical, but they're not. Rightio, so let's stick that in the middle, and I sort of have my fingers under here, sort of stuck to the tape, so that my finger is keeping the paper above, and I go until I get it that I think it's square. And then let's put our tape on the back so that when we build this whole thing, it's something wider. It's a 36 mil. This is a 24 mil as well. So let's okay, so that's our card base. Let's stick that over there with our card front. And then let's build our inside piece. So we've got a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 of the yellow glitter, the non gifting glitter, or the I can't remember what we call it, non-productive, and the 5 5/8 by 5 5/8 white. I'm going to cut the middle out of the yellow. I hope I haven't lost anyone. So if you haven't caught our weekly roundup from Saturday or our kit reveal on Sunday, because our February kits are out. So I don't have a sticker on this. Hopefully Quentin brings me home a sticker today. Oh, my number 6 went back. I have cut my fussy cutting for next week. It's just one piece of paper number 3, the flowers. So our February kits are out. So if you haven't caught those 2 videos, or either of those 2 videos, we are making changes to classes. So the changes will be that from March, the Tuesday morning class and the Wednesday night class will be in a group for March. There'll be a different group for each month. So to get access to that group, if you buy the full package of 4 kits for $60, you'll get free access to the group. Or you can buy a single kit, which they will now be $20, not $16. You'll be able to access the whole of March for 1 kit. But then you're relying on the fact that there's going to be a single kit available, because we sell most of the kits as a package. And the package of kits will go up a week before any of the single kits for March go up, because the package is actually going to come out earlier. Then you can actually purchase a subscription to the month of March or April, or, they'll be different for every month. You can purchase a class subscription to watch the 8 classes for $20. So you don't get any product for that, you just get access to the class. There'll be a password that gets emailed and all that sort of stuff. But that group doesn't replace this group. That group, like our retreat groups, is an offshoot of this group. This creative family group is still the core, it's the central nervous system of our whole creative family. And then all these little groups like retreat groups and GICS class groups, because we have one of those so far. We've got another one starting next week. And then just to keep those classes so they're easy to find if you buy the GICS kits. They're only for people who buy GICS kits, so it's easier for them to find the classes. And then for the monthly class subscription groups, they will as well. So they're all going to sit on the outside, but this group's still the core, it's still the core place that everything's going to happen. So we're going to put the one with the white centre aside, because that's for the middle of our card. I'll find something to put on that. And then this one's going to go here. So let's now build this piece. So I hope that makes sense. If anyone's got questions, you can ask. So if you're offended by it, you can let us know. You're not going to offend us, trust me. But, all feedback, constructive feedback is good for us to know what people feel and how people feel. So this is just under 4 inches, right? Because the way I cut, I didn't quite get 4 inches by 4 inches. So I've made sure it's square, but I made sure it's the same both ways. And then this one here, this black, was 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. So this one is going to just be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inches. Always inches. Inches are actually easier. So 4 1/4, and this is out of the middle of our white piece. By 4 1/4 inches. Right. Those pieces are good, but they could be used for something. Rightio. So let's cut the middle out of our black piece and our white piece. Okay, now let's stick them together. So we're going to stick our haunted scene, our lake or whatever it is, or river, from paper 4, from one Runaway Princess to our piece of black. And just until I get the word even. And then we're going to stick that to our white piece. That is the neighbour mowing. She's fanatical. Okay. Well, that's going to go there. Oh, look at that. That's got some serious pop factor, doesn't it? Okay. Let's build our border, our strippy bit now. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to put this up on foam. And I've got salvaged foam here. So I've got a roll that I emptied. So let's, and I wouldn't use this on a page, but I do use it on cards. So that can decompose in the bottom of a garden bed. And then so I can be a bit more generous on a card when it's salvaged foam. So I'm going to alternate the direction. And one across the middle. Then we're going to glue that on because obviously this cardboard isn't sticky. But don't use these on your pages because we don't know the origin. I think this cardboard's okay, but I'm not going to 100% use it on your page. Okay, so that's ready to go. So, well, let's have the bright shiny bit there. But you know what I'm thinking? What's the point in having like that, this piece being full if we're only going to see a little bit? So let's cut like just under ½ an inch off. Let's just cut these bits off. You could cut this with a trimmer. You know. So we'll salvage that piece in the middle. And then let's get our 2 bits and have the bottom edge. So we want the bottom edge here to be perfectly lined up. So this bottom edge down here. So it's going to be the top edge when I flip it over. Just double check. So it's that edge there, and it's going to be that edge there. So we're going to line it up so it's nice and perfect. And have a look at it. Yep, I like that. Run my finger along. That's all good. So then let's put along the edges some tape. And I think we're going to go from this edge with the bright light colour. We're going to keep the dark. Let's keep the bright colour. So we're going to work from this edge up here. So working from this edge, and I want about that much showing. Oh, got to be a bit straighter than that. That's a bit dodge. There we go. It's not straight. It'll be right. It looks straightish. Do the same at this edge. I don't want about that much showing. I think that's a better way to do it, to hold it with your fingers and then stick that on. So we want this. Let's work this out. So we want this piece to sort of go there like that. So then we want this piece to sit below. So it's sort of going to go there. Sort of about half an inch up. Like that. Just sit that there. So let's stick that on. Let's just line the bottom up nicely. Beautiful. Oh, it's stuck to the mat. That's about right. I don't think it is. Let's just be honest. So then we're gonna, so you could cut it like this on this side and guesstimate it, but if you turn it over, you get a nice straight line. Oh. I'm just gonna cut this and then I'll come back. Sorry, I missed a few comments. I'm going back. Cut paper. Would you consider making a card kit a few times a year for those of us who are not scrapbookers? Do you mean like just so if you buy all four, you get the classes for free. I do actually do cards on Friday nights occasionally. I do quite a few actually mini books and cards when I look back at it on Friday night. So I do a fair few of those. We won't be able to get into town from either direction. Creeks are over at the moment. And one bridge is well underwater. Internet quality is terrible too. Keeps dropping out. Can't watch the classes properly either. But it's pretty cool to see some of the creeks and how much water is flowing along them. That is awesome, Chloe. But you guys stay safe, hey? So I'm just rolling the tape off these bits so that we can use them for something else. Yeah, Janice, I spoke to Quentin about maybe doing more other classes and making sure that, so when we used to do the Friday and Saturday for a retreat, we always made sure one was a page and one was a card. So we might actually have to go back to doing that as well, because the Friday night and the Saturday night are still going to be, Saturday nights are only when there's online craft show or a retreat. They are still going to be out on public domain. They're still going to be on YouTube and the Facebook page. Yeah. So it's actually going to alleviate some of the clutter in this group too. But then we'll still have the videos and that sort of thing. The thing is, we don't actually sell enough of the kits to justify the hundreds of people that watch the classes. And the cost. So the classes actually cost me money to record. So, yeah, I'm just trying to find a happy medium for everyone. I think 3 pieces is too much of that. But yes, we will do more cards, definitely, Janice, to watch along with classes. There'll still be the Friday night and a few others, Marie. And that's, you know, it's a hard call. This has been a year coming, like, and it's been a very difficult decision to make. Oh, and I did say the other day, I have had a bit of a cry over it a couple of times. So I don't think that's going to end too soon. But yeah, I got to do the right thing by the kids and Quentin as well. So let's test drive this. Thank you, Marie. Cut the white card. Yes, it was 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 for the white card. Hello, Karen. Purchase a kit after I've watched you work in magic, but if we get glimpses, that's just fine. Yes, you will get. So the albums will continue to be put into the Creative Family group. So we'll continue to put. So there will still be an album for every week, with the front cover of the album being the picture of the kit. We'll still have a link to the kit, a link to the class group for that month. That'll all still be, there. There will be pictures, not full pictures, but there'll be sort of like sneak peeks, like so you get the idea of what we kind of done in that album. So that'll be in the Creative Family group. The live notification for each class, even though some of you won't have access to the class, that live notification will still go into the live notification group. It's just you won't be able to access it unless you're a member of that particular group. And then what else is there? Somehow. But yeah, the album will stay in this group. There'll be an album in this group for each one. So you'll see what the class was. I'm not selfish, but enjoy the chats. I know the chats are. So we need to probably be working on getting and Deborah did put up a really good post in the Creative Family group yesterday about keeping the conversation going and getting that chattiness more in the Creative Family group, maybe, to try and get us all used to having that chatting in the Creative Family group on a regular basis, because we're not going to have it in all the videos. Later. Never ending appointments. I know what you mean, Helen. Have a good day. Have an amazing day. In classes, if you buy the monthly clips for the same price, it's more than generous. Thank you, Chloe. Yep. I do understand it. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't want anyone to leave the Creative Family group because you feel I've let you down. Like I don't want to do that. So we're going to use one piece of our gold string stuff we took out. Does everyone think? And let's, while we're doing this is the inside of our card. Let's use half a strand of gold. Let's use half a thing of gold. Just roll it around our fingers to get a bit of a... There are actually people that watch the classes later that are copying them more. That aren't you guys. Trust me. That's what they're there for you guys. But yes, there are... We have ended up with people from other businesses in the group, so it happens. So do we think a little dragon? Or a unicorn on the inside with a dragon on its back? A unicorn and a little fox. I think maybe just a unicorn. Sorry, you wanted my head off. A unicorn and a cat. There we go. Dear me. So that's going to be our insides. Let's build our innards first. Let's fold our card base. Let's build this and then fold our card base. So I've actually got prototype ones of these. They're exactly the same as yours, except mine aren't cut real well. So let's put... I'm a bit funny about the tails of the... My horse is going to be doing a unicorn. I hope it is. So just trap the ends of the gold cord in behind our unicorn. There we go. Maybe we'll sit that like that. And put our unicorn on there like that. Looking for the glue. I think it's one of those hard decisions you've got to make, and one of those hard discussions you've got to have. So some of the things we talk about in class, like new product, like telling you that there's Lemoncraft up for pre-order, and new Lemoncraft baby papers that are perfect for card makers. She's actually made them for card makers. We just have to get better at letting you know those things outside of class. And let's put this here. We're going to make our innards flat, and our little cat, our little sideways cat. She's just going to sit down there. See? Let's fold our card base now so we can stick that on. Actually, you know what? Let's not stick that inside until we finished, because I have made the mistake of sticking the bit in the middle and then putting that aside and then coming back, sticking the front on, and then it's all about face. So let's not do that. Let's finish this. Okay, so let's stick this Spooky Creek. Oops. Put some glue on these. There's also lots of the fussy cut books, the 6-inch by 12-inch fussy cut books from Lemoncraft coming, like top-ups of them all. There is no more blue almonds. She doesn't have any blue almonds. And the My Sweet Province creative book I've got, which I have put it at the same price as the other 12 by 12 pads. I did the same with the Boys Little World one. They have got more paper. So the My Sweet Province one and the Boys Little World one actually have more paper than a regular paper pad, 12 by 12 paper pad from Lemoncraft, but I put them all at the same price this time. Just as a little bonus for you guys. That My Sweet Province one is the last one she had. So it did momentarily make my mini book I made back in March, the mini album I made back in March. It did momentarily make that kit go live. So we're just going to sit this here. But when I made kits the other day, I bought all the cardstock. So for that kit, so there you go. I wrecked it. Making kits. I didn't mean to. Okay, so we're going to stick our owl on foam up here. Just up here. Oh. Okay. Small Magic World tournament. Okay, yeah. I will still be staying in your group. The cost of everything is... Oh, yes. Make sure you can cover your costs and have enough to look after your family. Yep. Still got to feed them. They still expect to be fed. Who knew? Who knew kids would want to be fed? Magic creatures used on outside a card. Flying owl, white fox facing left. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is the best scribe. I'm telling you. She's the most wonderful friend. I am just so I feel so blessed that I met Jacqueline in 2020. Just really appreciate you, Jacqueline. Truly. I think we all truly appreciate. They do. Yeah, I know. There is one store that's changing its colours to our colours. Like, really? Really? It's okay. It's meant to be flattery. I know. And you see stuff, and people tell me, they go, oh, someone's used your thing in a video. Someone's done this in a video and said it's how you say it. And it's okay. You can tell us. I don't mind, but it's funny sometimes. When someone says, oh, I invented this. And I'm like, well, I didn't invent it, and I said it before you. But I know I didn't invent it. So I'm going to put our cat sort of here. She's going to go like there. We're going to glue her flat because Magical's kind of going to go over the top of her. We know it's a her. So the inside. Oh, thank you, Marie. I've spent the last hour writing my brother's name on his birthday card envelope. I think I have a problem. Oh, dear, Diane. And thank you so much for bringing that to my attention this morning on Instagram too, Diane. Really appreciate that. Okay, yeah. As the kids get older, they eat you out of house and home. Oh, Marie, tell me about it. Apologise, do what you need to stay in business. Yes. Well, we want to be here for another 20 years, don't we, Louisa? Definitely. Thank you, Jacqueline. The lovely people I've met in this group. Isn't it such a wonderful group? You guys are the best. We really, yeah. Actually occasionally I've had a couple of them, people that in different industries to mine, but in different. I've had one lady in a different country in a different type of craft, and they're going, oh, well, if you let me come in your group and promote my group, you can come in my group and promote your group. And I'm like, well, I don't think so, because you guys are a very we're a very high quality active group, like, and it's not me that does that, that's you guys. It's actually got a high quality standard from Facebook, our group. It's got a really because there's nothing malicious in it. Oh, someone said they had a knee operation once and that got them in trouble, but that was just a silly artificial intelligence glitch. But it's not, there's nothing malicious in the group. There's no complaints about the group. The group doesn't get reported for bad things. There's lots of conversation, lots of kindness, lots of discussion, lots of posting, and not just from us. Yeah, we put up promotional stuff so you guys don't miss it, because we know a lot of you actually don't go to our Facebook page. You actually come here. Some of our videos, like Friday night, nearly as many people watch Friday night's videos in this group as what do on Facebook. Nearly as many, which is amazing. I think that's straight. I'm going to just stick that there. See? Just got to be careful with the glue. I'm getting better with this. This little guy we're going to put here. On foam, I think. So, yeah, it does attract some weirdos wanting to get access. But if you see someone promoting another business in here, if you let us know, we can deal with it. Okay. So in, I should say, in the 1, 2, 3 challenge show and tell group, you now have Heather B, who used to be on my design team, who is still, so we're going to reinstate the design team over at 1, 2, 3 challenge, and so far it's just Heather and me. I usually don't get much done. Heather B, Heather Bensley, she is over there, and she she's a group expert. So she's there. She's identified as a group expert over there if you click on members, so that you can ask her questions, because Heather's known about 123 Challenge for a really long time. So if you've got any questions and I'm not there to answer them, you can always ask Heather, because Heather is wonderful. Heather is awesome. She's another wonderful support. I have known her a bit longer than 2020, but yeah. So let's put our little mousey. Oh, geez, that phone went weird. Okay, I need a bit on his bottom half. A bit down here. I put the frog on foam as well. Can you tell mine are prototypes? Okay, just put a little mousey here. So you can just see a tiny bit of the cat's foot. I nearly said the name of the character. That's naughty. Audio. Look at that. See the bit of white, how it just makes it pop, and it makes the magical word being what? I was going to paint the magical word, but I think it's all about the animals. I think it's about the animals. Okay. Hearts for Jacqueline. Yes, hearts for Jacqueline. More than I did participate in a blind scrap over the weekend. Oh, cool. Was that the Beardy one, Diane? I saw they were having a blind scrap on the weekend. We used to do blind scraps. We actually we used to do a kind of like a scavenger hunt challenge back when we had a forum. The forum is still sitting there somewhere in the back end. You can't see, you will never find it. But we used to have a very active forum back in the day of forums, and pre-Facebook. And we used to do an altered reality challenge, which was like a scavenger hunt challenge, and it was so fun. Kind of a bit like a blind scrap as well. Thank you, Pam. Love you, Pam, for this group. Could you imagine the writer's occasion if ever we got together? Oh, how great. Oh, it's very loud, Karen, at Paperific when a heap of us get together and meet up. Very loud. Or when people come in the store for the first time. It can be rather loud. Thank you, Marie. I just think it's cute. The creative family that you're growing from. It's incredible. The newbies have found somewhere they fit the... Oh God, I'm still here loving everything you do. Compare me. Oh, I think Tony pressed enter and it cut her off. Love what you create. Will be staying with the group. Has taught me to create, changing it up. Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it, Louisa? To personalise it, have lots of craft stash that needs to be used up. Kids to catch up on. Yeah. The white makes a difference, doesn't it, Marie? And it's finding that thing to make it pop. I think I've got this on the back of the card. Oh, too late now. Oh, yeah, it is what I would classify as the back. Because I always fold it one side a little bit closer than the other. So that when you grab the card, the front is always a little forward. So when you run your hand along, it comes forward. I just flipped it over. It's a bit silly of me. Communication, love and support and encouragement. Y'all are easy, the top crafting inspiration in this country, yeah. But we're all over the world. You know, there's 12 ladies in this creative family group from, well, as of October, I haven't checked lately, but there were 12 ladies in Peru in this group. So, hello. We've got a dozen ladies in Peru. Hello, ladies in Peru. Hello, how are you? It's a blind scrap. Oh, you kind of get... How we used to do a blind scrap was we used to put instructions. You used to actually scavenger hunt in our online store and on our blog and everything for our altered reality challenge. And then, but lots of times blind scrap is you get an instruction and then you do that bit and you do another bit. You don't know what you're making. And then all of a sudden you've got a finished project, like, you know, mat a 4x6 photo in black and then add 3 pattern papers cut into such and such a size. And yeah, well, that's how I do it. And then that's inside there. And see how easy it was because I, put a mark on that. Because I had already, it's really got off the edge. I've moved things around, so I've lost my wall of security here. Nope, no eraser. Oh, there it is. Oh, little buggers. That's what my good eraser with the dodge one. Oh, it still kind of works. It's not my dog. There we go, and it stands up quite nicely because we cut the middle out of the yellow glitter here and the white here and then the black and the white. It's not gonna, if we hadn't cut that out and if we hadn't covered this inner piece here and we hadn't cut the middles out, it would actually want to like tip forward. Yeah, so I think it's quite cute. I reckon. So we're turning 9 this year. So we've got tons. We've got a couple more 8-year-old birthdays to go in Amelia's cohort. But, you know, I actually know some girls turning 17 this year and boys that would really love this card too. Yeah. Noah's friends would love this. One of them's turning 19, one of the girls. She's lovely. She's a friend of mine's daughter. So... thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Pam. Yes, they're reaching above and beyond anyone else in Australia. Yeah, makes me part of even just watching from the shadows. Yeah, it's a great group. Great card, Janice. Yeah, interesting. Do we want to do a blind scrap in here? Do you want to do an altered reality challenge sometime? Do we want to do something like that? Do you know what? You can tell me. So we're not doing the mood board this year, and I'm behind with giving the prizes. I know I'm changing the way I do prizes this year as well, for 1, 2, 3 challenge as well, to make it easier on myself. I'm trying to find easier ways to do things that still meet everyone's needs, but there's not so much workload on me because I actually know I'm sick because of overwork. That's hard for me to say. It's like chilly in my mouth, but I know it's because of overwork. And it's not going to be easy to fix. Got to fix the medical problem first. This card have a kit coming. This card kit, this is the week 3 kit, the Magical Creatures one. I will just, there's a link in the up above. So if you're on YouTube, it's down below. There's a link up above to the kit for this week. I think there's a couple left. There's just a couple left. Oh, close up, please, so you can take your screenshots. Sorry, Mary. So there's that bit. Oh, it's focusing beautiful today. And that bit. But if you've got any challenges you'd like to do in the group, we can do that. If you've got something you want us to try, we can do that. We did mood board for what, 2 years? 1 year? We needed to do something else. 2 years we did mood board for, actually. We used to do the weekly challenge. Before that, we were doing a weekly challenge for years and years in this group. We did weekly challenges for like 13 or 14 years, or like between the blog and this group originally. And then we did mood board for 2 years. We need to do something different this year. Naomi John's thinking about a mixed media challenge every month, contemplating that. The January one will come out pretty late if she does it. We're going to talk about it tonight, mixed media challenge. But if you've got some other idea for a challenge or a weekend activity, because we've got lots of things coming up. There's an International Scrapbooking Day, because there's 3 of those through the year, because different parts of the world celebrate at different times. And because we've got a lot of So South Africa's coming up in February, and we've got a lot of South Africans in the group as well. Hello to everybody from South Africa. And the rest of Africa, because there's quite a few ladies and gents all over Africa, and some of them live in Australia as well now. And then, so we could do anything you want. Now, Janice, you're still here. Janice, can you contact me with, what your ideal card kit or online card classy type thing would be? Like what you would like to see in what you asked for earlier. That would be awesome. I would appreciate that, because I'm not saying I'm going to do exactly that, but it's about making sure that someone wants what I do. The card. Thank you, Karen. Enjoyed doing the 1, 2, 3 challenge. You did great, Mary. That was awesome. You have a wonderful day too, Leanne. Oh, Leanne. You must look after yourself. I must admit to feeling very fatigued at the moment. Yeah. I think it's just the yucky weather here too. Thank you, Mary. I did too. I haven't done many of them, but it motivates me to do my photos. Yep. And that's the point of 1, 2, 3 challenge, is to motivate you to try something different, get out of your creative comfort zone, and to get some photos scrapbooked. We've been telling you that for a while now. Taking action. Yeah, Diane. I'm getting there. I have the wig kit in an order coming. Awesome, Louisa. Will do. Thank you, Janice. Great job on this card. Thanks much. Be safe. Yeah. So don't forget to keep sharing your projects in the group here. You've got all albums you can share stuff in. I hope you enjoyed this class, and have an absolutely wonderfully amazing day, everyone. Do you want to say bye to everybody?
Bye. Bye.
Yep, she struggles with the because at night she says good night, hello, goodbye. See you all tomorrow night. Great class. Thank you, Pam. So yes, we will see you all tomorrow night. If we don't see you before, who's this? Yaxie. There you go. I would never have guessed that. And we will see you all. You and Yaxie are going to wave bye as we finish. We'll see you all. See you, Marie. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the class. Got to wave bye while it shuts down. And we'll see you all tomorrow night, if not before. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Raquel. See you later. Bye.